everyone, and Merry Christmas. And we are here to introduce the Waffle, the ultimate pancake waffle mashup. Are you ready to take your breakfast game to the next level? Because Toasty Jimmy's Bakery is proud to announce the launch of the Waffle. It's amazing. The perfect fusion of a pancake and a waffle. This innovative creation combines the fluffiness of pancakes with the crispiousness of waffles. Delicious. Delivering the best of both worlds in every bite. We are here with the creator of the waffle, and I must ask, where did you get the inspiration to make a waffle?
Hi, I'm Patty Patterson. I created the waffle, and the inspiration for the waffle came to me in a dream. I dream about breakfast foods frequently, and in this particular dream, yes, I mean, how can you not? In this particular dream, I couldn't make up my mind as to whether I wanted pancakes or waffles, and I fused them together and created this perfect waffle, and when I woke up, I had to try it IRL, in real life.
Fair. So did you make the Toasty Jimmys, and if so, when did you make them?
I am not the inventor of the Toasty Jimmy. I think you're referring to the trademark product created by my great uncle twice removed, Jimmy. So to answer your question, no, I did not invent the Toasty Jimmys.
His name is twice removed Jimmy?
No, his name is not twice removed Jimmy, at least not to my knowledge. He just happens to be my Uncle Jimmy, twice removed.
Okay, and are you the only maker of the waffle, or did you get help?
No, I did not get any help. I am the sole creator of the waffle. Me.
So are you the current owner of Jimmy's Bakery?
No, I am not. I am an employee at Jimmy's Bakery. I don't have any claims of ownership or anything like that. Just an employee.
And how long does it take to make a waffle?
Well, it's a fairly time-consuming process. First, I start by sourcing local ingredients whenever possible, organic and free of all common allergens. And I start by creating my perfect pancake batter. There are several steps to this process. I'm not going to reveal all of them to you because I don't want to give away any trade secrets. I'm sure you understand.
As a business person, I can understand. But how much does it cost to buy a waffle?
Well, I wasn't quite finished explaining the process of producing the waffles. So after I've created my perfect pancake batter, I cook my pancakes, and then, well, it's almost like the caramel secret, you know, getting the caramel in the caramel bar. Well, there is, you know, a strategy to getting the pancake in the waffle, which I have perfected myself, and it is quite time-consuming. Therefore, to answer your next question, waffles run at about $5 a piece.
So, I know you don't own Jimmy's Bakery, but do you know how they got the founders to create the bakery?
Well, my Uncle Jimmy, twice removed, is the creator of the Toasty Jimmy, which you have previously mentioned. And this particular product of his was wildly popular. So he started selling them out of the back of his station wagon, and people were lining up and becoming quite irate because he would run out so quickly. So eventually, some of his friends invested and helped him buy a local bakery so that they could have a brick-and-mortar location from which to sell their Toasty Jimmys.
Nice. And what do you use to make the waffles? Are there any crazy machinery or?
These. I use mostly elbow grease to make my waffles. I find that it gives the best texture to my perfect pancake batter.
Nice. Did anyone try to stop you from making this invention?
Well, yes, actually. I'm not at liberty to disclose very many details, for litigation purposes. But there was definitely some resistance to this new and innovative product that I presented at my location of Toasty Jimmy's Bakery. You see, I work at the original location, right? The one that my great Uncle Jimmy, twice removed, founded with his friends. And anyways, I created this masterpiece, and some of the other locations, which are not at all affiliated with my original location at which I work, they didn't think it was appropriate. So there was definitely some pushback, but I'm happy to say that my waffles are available at my location.
All this talk about food makes me hungry. Anyways, what else does Jimmy's Bakery sell?
Well, we do sell a variety of baked goods, donuts, muffins, croissants, and of course the famous Toasty Jimmy's.
Yes, does Jimmy sell donuts?
Yes, donuts, muffins, croissants, and Toasty Jimmy's.
Yes. So where else are the Jimmy's locations? Are they only local, or do they branch out to other parts of the world?
There's a smattering of them across the country. We aspire to have a location in every province, but like I said, there is only one original location. That's the one that I work at, my original Toasty Jimmy's location.
Also, how do you make the waffles?
Well, I source local ingredients and avoid common allergens, create my perfect pancake batter, and use my perfected and top secret fusing process to make my waffle combination. And I actually am very excited to announce here on the news that I've innovated even more and created a second waffle flavor. So pictured here above is the original waffle, and excuse my fingers, I assure you, my hands are very clean. Underneath, you will notice a chocolate-flavored waffle. The pancake is chocolate infused. It's so delightful and exciting. What a treat for the eyes when you cut into it and see that beautiful chocolate pancake inside.
It's a masterpiece.
It is. Yes, I assure you.
I need to stop by your store. Anyways, why is the Toasty Jimmy's Bakery logo a slice of bread?
Well, when it all started, you see, once my great Uncle Jimmy, twice removed, had sold out of his Toasty Jimmy's, he was sitting in his station wagon brainstorming because he was a creative genius and not very good at delegating as well. So he doodled a piece of bread onto a napkin and when it came time to create their brick and mortar location, he just, kind of found it in his pocket and figured it was good enough.
That's smart. Anyways, thank you for being here. May I shake your hand? Okay.
As I said, I do keep my hands very clean, but I'll give you a thank you.
No problem. Okay. Anyways, have a great day, and thank you all for tuning in, and have a very Merry Christmas.
My biggest therapy is Mother Nature. When I walk through the woods, I'm seeing a little bit more than just a tree and just a plant. I see what I can do with it. I make medicines and salves from plants and trees. In 2014, I suffered with a heart attack. Since I had my heart attack, obviously there were some Western medications involved. And on top of the Western medication, I have found myself nature-wise, and medicines provided by Mother Nature has helped me a lot. With nature, I have burned sage and sweetgrass. I find that that cleanses the air and, helps you cleanse your body. It also helps me talk to my ancestors. That has helped me through this whole process. I feel responsible as a Mi'kmaq person to help Mother Nature. We look at everything, whether it is a rock or a tree, as life. When I collect my medicines, I'm offering tobacco to thank the plant for the medicine. So the plant will, give me medicine again the following year. It's a part of the big whole. Right now we're standing in the middle of a boreal forest. I can look around, I can see birch trees. Birch tree, for example, there's so many things you can do with that. That is the tree of life. Aboriginal people have used the bark for making canoes, for making shelter, for fire starting. There's a fungus that grows on birch, it's called chaga. I use that for my tea. It's a very, very good all-around tonic. Balsam fir trees, the blisters on those trees actually were used to heal cuts and scrapes. You cut yourself in the woods, the first thing we'll do is put some balsam fir sap on it. Society now is so fast. I think the world really needs to slow down and just enjoy nature and the smells and the sights and sounds. Well, this is where it all started in the beginning. It was from our plants, and our animals and that kind of thing. Why not go back to the beginning and get back to our roots again? It's very important for the Mi'kmaq people to embrace native tradition. For many, many years, we were told not to be Aboriginal, and I think now society has embraced Aboriginal peoples, and we should embrace our history in the sense of traditional medicines and traditional foods. I think it's all a part of the culture that we've lost. So now we have an opportunity to reach out and find ourselves again.
Action. Welcome back to our show, and wrong script. And there's a giant duck spotted crossing the Atlantic Ocean, causing a widespread alarm. In an unusual and alarming turn of events, reports have surfaced that a giant duck is making its way across the Atlantic Ocean, moving at an exponentially slow pace. The colossal water flow has been observed, leaving a path of destruction in its wake, sparking international concern. I'm here with someone who was there during the attacks. And could you please introduce yourself?
Introduce myself. The name's Mike Maddox. So, fisherman on the Grand Bank, in the Atlantic. Yeah, that's me.
Okay, so what exactly is it?
It's a duck. Got a beak, and webbed feet, and wings, feathers. It's a duck, but big. It's a big duck. It's a big duck. It's a giant big duck. What is it, for God's sake?
What happened, or what was happening when it attacked you? Don't touch that.
Well, I was in my boat, going fishing, like nothing else, and then I look up, and there it is, something right over there, and it looked like a duck, right? So I figured it was odd to see a duck in salt water, right? You don't often see that in the Atlantic, but sure enough, it was actually far away. So it actually wasn't a small duck, it was a big duck. So it came closer and closer and grew bigger and bigger and bigger, and then before I knew it was right on top of me, it was bigger than a boat.
Okay. Will the giant duck help the environment?
Well, I tell you who it won't help. Me. It won't help me. It won't help the fishermen. It will not help the fishermen in this province of Newfoundland and Labrador. That's who it won't help. You know what I caught that day? Guess what I got that day?
Calm down,
Nothing.
please.
Nothing's what I got that day.
Calm down,
because that duck
please.
probably ate them all.
Calm down, please.
I am calm. What do you mean,
Nuh-uh.
calm down? Jeez.
Nuh-uh! Calm down!
All right.
So how big is the duck, roughly, in feet?
In feet, but I didn't have measuring tape. It hit me with its webbed foot. I was knocked out pretty quick there.
Roughly!
Well, boy, I'd say it's bigger than the studio here, sir. You know, the Richard Squires building down the road is probably about that tall. And then, I don't know, it's about wide as the baseball field over there. It's a big duck. Let me tell you that right now.
All right. Is it edible? Is the duck edible?
Well, if it's edible, well, I sure hope it's edible. Because I tell you, if it's edible, I'll be going back there with something for it. I'll be taking that home, feeding the whole family for Christmas. But we'd have one wonderful holiday if I got that duck. I tell you that much. Oh, that would be quite something there. Oh, that would be quite something indeed there.
Okay. What does the duck want?
Steve, question for you now. Do I look like a duck?
No. Well, kind of when you're angry.
Do I sound like a duck?
When you're angry, yes.
Really?
Yes.
Will you think that I can talk like a duck and converse with it and have something going on? You know, what do you think I went up to the duck and went quack and it told me its plans for world domination or something? Like, come on, Steve. I don't know what the duck's plans can possibly be because the duck spoke duck and I speak English. Show's ridiculous.
I don't care what language you speak. I'm asking a question. Please calm down.
I'm calm.
Jeez. Why is the duck here?
Why is it here? Well, I can only assume one thing. If it's in the Atlantic Ocean, then something must have put it there to start controlling the fish populations, right? That duck probably has more fish and less controls and guidelines than the fishermen do. I think it's a problem that duck's here. Whatever the reason may be, it is a problem. I tell you that.
Don't touch that.
All right.
Does it lay eggs? I said don't touch that!
Eggs? Well, it didn't lay one while I was there because, as I said, it clubbed me with its webbed foot and I was unconscious. And I sure didn't wake up with an omelet in the boat. Okay? So it certainly didn't lay one then, but assuming that it looks like a duck, quacks like a duck, moves like a duck, except is larger than the average duck, presumably it lays eggs because it's a duck.
Is it dangerous?
It's dangerous. Well, of course it's dangerous. It's a giant duck. It clubbed me over the head. I was unconscious. I don't know how long. It could have been days that I was out there in the middle of the Atlantic, unconscious on the deck of my boat. And I tell you, I'm going to need a bigger boat now. There was one feather on board my boat. Do you know how long it was? About long as this couch. A feather. Imagine the size of the thing that the feather like that could fall from.
Anyways, what is its diet?
Well, presumably not humans, since I'm here to talk about it. I could tell you one thing that is its diet: salmon, tuna, codfish. It's hard-pressed to find a fish nowadays. I don't know how we're going to do if there's... I hope there's only one of them. Oh, my God, what if there's more ducks? Oh, my God. Oh, my God, if there's more than just one of those giant ducks, then the whole ocean's going to be fished dry. I mean, there's not going to be anything left for us to get. That's my career. Oh, Lord.
You said you speak English? Then understand the words calm down.
I do understand. I'm calm. I'm perfectly calm. I don't know what you're going on about.
Sure as hell don't sound like it. Anyways, how many are there? No, sorry. Is it an alien from another planet?
An alien from another planet? Huh. No, son, you could be onto something there. You could be onto something there. I think that could be right. I mean, if it was from another planet, that would explain why no one had seen one, right? If it was from Earth, presumably we'd found it by now because it's so freaking big. You know, it's huge. You'd have seen it by now if I'm the first person to see it, and here we are in 2024. I mean, I think it may be from another planet. You might be right, Steve. You might be right there. You might be right. That might be an alien from another planet that's come here and impersonates a duck. But maybe it got the size wrong, or maybe it's just that big. Oh, that's something, Steve. That's something there, Steve. You might be onto something now. Now, this is breaking news here. Alien ducks. It's quite something.
Is the government doing anything about it?
The government? You think the government's going to do anything about that? Well, the government hasn't done anything for me in years, so since the duck affected me, I would say no. I would say the government is not doing anything with it, unless perhaps the duck is some sort of surveillance device from the government to look on us fishermen while we're out there in the Grand Banks. Maybe that's what that duck is. Maybe it wasn't a duck at all, but a camera designed to knock us fishermen out, kick us down and leave us out there with no fish to find. That's what I think that duck is. That government is government alien. The government and the aliens are working together. That's what I think.
A conspiracy theorist. Anyways, can it be related to the Mum attack about a month ago?
The Mum-Mums. You covered that story too?
Yes.
Well, you know, it might be. And I'll tell you, especially if the aliens are involved, or if the government's involved, then I tell you it's definitely related. It's definitely related. Did you have a Mum-Mum on the show? Was there a Mum-Mum in this studio? Was there one in here?
All
Am I in
right.
the space with Mum-Mums right now?
All right. If you do not calm down, I'm going to chop you up, give you to the Pwaffles people, and they'll have you sold as Pwaffles. How about that? So calm down.
Who's producing this?
The government. So if you don't stop talking smack,
All right, Steve, go on.
Pwaffles need more material. Anyways, did anyone try to stop the duck?
Did I not say exactly what happened to me 3 times? I saw a duck. It was big, came toward me, got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Then it got right on top of me, and then it hit me with its web foot, and then I was knocked unconscious. Does it sound like I could have done anything in the world to stop the duck, Steve? Does it sound like I could have done anything?
I didn't ask you. I asked if you saw anybody try to stop it before it hit you.
Steve, I was knocked out. Oh, my Lord.
Before you got hit!
Well, I'm used to not being heard, Steve, but I think in an interview that I would like to have my statements heard. I was knocked out. I did not see anything. Unbelievable.
All right. Security, it's getting worse. I can't tell if this guy's serious or not. But, yeah. Thank you all for coming. Thank you for joining, I guess. And, security!